Hello guys, and welcome to episode 82 of my Total War Warhammer 2 playthrough, playing as the Von Carsteins on very hard difficulty. Today we're going to be taking Karak Ior with Vlad, so let's go ahead and get on with it. We will jump straight into the battle. This is a level 5 settlement, I think, which is why I decided to take it. Then it will leave us with a level 4 once we occupy, and that should be good enough to make the province happy, thus avoid rebellions. The other thing that I was thinking of was that I could potentially try and encourage vampiric rebellions against the Wood Elves, because the Wood Elves don't actually have that decent defences on their minor settlements. So that's something we could also take advantage of, assuming that their base public order and the +2 untainted I think they get isn't too high. But let's go ahead and start the deployment. Winds is fine. We will just charge up these walls. I think I might have Vlad charge up the walls as well. Yeah, let's move this one to the right side. We'll have Vlad climb up the left side of the gate. I'm going to have my Blood Knights actually go for the gate, since we don't really have much else to do so. We'll have the same on this right side as well. Then we got our flying units, which I'm just going to have all off to one side for now. Start the battle. We'll have these guys go climb the walls. Lovely. Let's have the Blood Knights smash into the gates. Same deal on this side. And our flying units can come on in. There is a couple of Orc Biggins on this side. That might be worth me using the Death Shrieks to have a go at those. In which case, let's fly towards the centre with those Terrorgeists. And I might just have my Vampire and the Devils of Schwarzhafen just go straight into the Night Goblin Archers. I'm not sure what else I'm going to really use it for. I think she was blocked there. That's okay. Alright, let's throw down that Death Shriek. Nice. And we'll throw down Death Shriek onto these guys. Then I'll have both of the Terrorgeists land and help destroy some of these Night Goblin Archers. Nice. Those Night Goblin Archers are already dead. The good old Devils of Schwarzhafen are just ruining them. Fantastic. Right, Vlad's on the wall. Let's attack the Orc Biggins. Okay. I guess we'll just put the minus melee attack on them. We can use the magical animus for a little bit of regeneration and healing on the walls. I'm not sure where those guys are going. Those Orc Biggins are running away. I'm tempted to kind of chase them. On this side, yeah, nothing's really attacking me there. Go down into the trolls. Might have both of the Death Shriek Terrorgeists come down into the trolls as well. And then I think I'll bring the Terrorgeists, or the Devils of Schwarzhafen, sorry, over to these Orc Biggins. They will do plenty of damage, I'm sure. Meanwhile, Vlad is just ruining all of these guys. Barely taking any damage in the process. Love it. We're breaking through the gates, so that's something we need to take advantage of. Let's just smash into these Night Goblins since they're in front of us. Good. And I guess we'll just charge towards the centre with the rest of the units of the Terrorgeists. go for the goblin big boss there. Been a pretty crushing victory, as is to be expected really. We have a huge army compared to theirs. Right, we destroyed those night goblins. Just gotta start attacking this orc shaman. I think he'll run away as soon as we do. The rest of his troops have already ran, so yeah, he's gone. KO! Terrorgeist coming in at the end, feet forward, just absolutely kicks Nash out the way. Fantastic. Gotta love our guys sometimes, they're super strong. They work so much better in numbers as well. A decisive victory, don't mind if I do. We'll occupy Karak Ior. And what we got here, so we've got a mausoleum, we've got the gallows. We'll get rid of the mausoleum and I'll go ahead and build the balefire brazier, and I guess we'll just pick up some walls. I might also get rid of the forbidden library just so that I can replace that with the vampire crypts and get the +4 public order from that, since I don't want to stay in Karak Ior for too long. Right, that's for Isabella. I think it's time for her to move towards like Karak, or we could maybe just march towards like Ferengi Hills, since we've now taken Mount Squighorn. Yeah, let's come down here to the border rather than staying in the settlement. I was very tempted to just like march into Karak to give us the extra public order and stuff, but I think we'll just stay here so that in one turn I can attack Ferengi Hills. Although there is an army here, that's going to be Azhag, the Slaughterer. He's got a bunch of regiments of renown as well. Right, Warmond can attack Castle Gox. I'm not sure if we need Milland to help us out. Milland's army is actually pretty depleted. And honestly, I think we could probably just do this with Warmond. He does have a dragon after all, so we can melt the Black Orcs. We've got plenty of Blood Knights to like take on the Ragnarok Spiders and stuff. And most of the army is actually Night Goblins in the garrison, so those are easy to kill. Let's fight this on the battle map. It might be a little bit tough, but I don't think we'll lose anything by attacking this. And we'll have more than enough time to replenish after we take this as well, as I don't think there's any more greenskin lands nearby. I'll probably just use Warmond actually to go and colonize Estalia. That would probably be the best idea for him afterwards, since we already have, I think it's Milland, hanging around in the province. The happiness should remain okay regardless. A pretty simple settlement to attack here. We just go ahead and put our men like so, and we'll go and charge up the ladders. Then we will have the Vargeist on the left side. I'll have my Blood Knights probably actually attack the gates. Yeah, let's just have all my horses attack the gates. Although we do have like the Claw of Nagash and the Vargolfs that are going to be doing that anyway.
Mortis engine.
Maybe we'll just keep them off to one side for now, until I do break down the gates. This is my gate-breaking crew. And we'll start the deployment, start the battle. Grab all of these guys. Go climb the walls. Group 1 can go for the gates. Woman's taking shots to the face already from the Orc Shaman. Let's move Woman to the right side. I might also just have my Vampire come over here. Let's go and get our Vargeist inside the settlement. I'll move the Blood Knights and so on forwards as much as I can. I don't get shot by the towers.
Swiftly! We must have blood! Harken's blood! Blood Knights!
Tuck them to the edge of the map so they aren't in line of sight. There we go. I could actually probably do a really nice pit of shades here. That's what I'm thinking. Let's do it.
We are the new order.
That's going to hit some Black Orc, some Orc boys. A lot of damage. Beautiful. But they're not letting us break down the gates, which is annoying. The other thing I should be doing is making sure that I breath attack. I should have breath attacked whilst the Pit of Shades was going on. That would have been awesome. That's going to do a lot of damage still, though. It's good. I hit a lot of them, so it should have done a lot. Let's have these lot pull back. I'm a little bit concerned about this spider doing too much damage here. And the gate damage is what, 73%?
Mortis engine.
Let's attack it with everything we got here. And we can take out the spider.
Vampire Law!
Right, time to go for another breath attack soon. Although I could probably just dive down into the melee here. We'll use the Helm of Discord. It's fine. Right, let's kill these Black Orcs that have come out. We do have a fireball, I'm just not sure whether or not it's worth using. That worked. That was actually pretty decent. On this side, I think I'm just going to have all of these men move towards the main gate rather than just come off the walls down here. I don't want them to be too spread out. I want them to be together so I can get the decent invocations down. I just keep smashing these Black Orcs. Or we just like attack the gatehouse, I guess. I just realised I haven't even been using the Bargheists. We're still doing okay. Let's just crush these Black Orcs. Probably gonna take off here. I really didn't want them to come off the walls, but they have. It's frustrating. Right, let's use a breath attack on these Black Orcs. They're actually pretty close together. I don't want him to get too close though, because otherwise the breath attack will kind of be a bit shit. Yeah, that wasn't the best breath attack. Broken down this blooming gate yet? Still 77%. Grimgore's like coming out to smack my Vargolf around a bit. He's actually doing quite a lot of damage to our Vargolf. Yeah, let's move these guys back. Get out of there. Oh, my Vargolf died. He actually killed one. That's ridiculous. It's so silly how, like, they sally forth like that. Maybe the dead will rise again, if not, rip my Vargolf. Still gonna win. There's no doubt about it. Let's have the men come off the walls now and just like charge down into the Black Orcs and stuff. I'm gonna have Warmond attack the spider, and we'll have my Blood Knights now come in as well. Start attacking the spider. Yeah, let's go like Red Fury. We'll go ahead and put Discord on. And as my men come off the walls, we can actually use invocations and stuff, so I can start healing these guys up. My Grimgore is wrecking Warmond, which is no fun. So we're gonna take him off. Good old Grimgore. Definitely very strong. Let's throw a breath attack into the Orc Boar Boy Biggins. Okay, that didn't do too much damage. But at least he can probably take care of those. Good. And we'll make sure to get another invocation down. Let's just go ahead and just tell everyone to attack Grimgore. And then I can do an invocation as they all group up. Woman's taking more damage than I would have liked. I think just because he's like so big on his dragon, he just generally takes a lot of damage since he's being attacked from a lot of different directions. Need him to take off. There we go. All good. Now we'll bring him back over to our army. We'll provide the Helm of Discord to help defeat Grimgore and so on. We should have another invocation ready soon. We're going to use that. And I guess I'll have my Blood Knights try and break out that cluster and try and kill off the Orc Boar Boy Biggins. Let's have my vampire go in here. We can use the Tormentor Sword to stop him moving.
Die, mortals, die!
And that's going to reduce his melee attack as well. Lovely. Now the rest of them broke. That was relatively good. A bit messy in a sense that I could have maybe healed my units sooner with an invocation if I got them off the walls. But other than that, yeah, losing the Vargolf sucked. It was my Vargolf that had less unit rank, so not the end of the world, but still annoying. Because I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to like re-recruit another Vargolf if it doesn't get the Dead Rise again. I'm surprised how many kills Woman got actually, considering his breath attacks didn't seem to do that much damage. Maybe they just didn't do much like AoE damage and just killed the units that they hit. That's sometimes what happens. So the overall health of the unit remains relatively high, but they've lost like models. Yep, they don't rise again. Okay, that's good. Very good. Pleased with that. Right, we're taking over Castle Gox. It is a level 3 settlement. Cool. We'll just get rid of all of these buildings,
My bloodline
since we don't need to recruit anything else.
This better
And we
be
shall level up Warmond, who is now level 39. That's quite something. I am tempted to get like raised dead, just so I can like raise some zombies behind the enemy. Or like on top of ranged units and stuff. But I guess what we're going to do here is probably just max out Blade Shield and Master Strike as the last two things. We'll go Blade Shield first.
times.
As for Meinrad, he's still chasing the Skull Takers, so we'll continue with that. Millen's still replenishing and also needs to stay there for the public order. And we have Rudiger. We've got to decide what we want to do with him. Let's upgrade the settlement at Grungzint. What we could do is potentially move up to like Pack Ice Bay and Bjorning's Gathering and Trollfjord and take all of those with him. Would be quite expensive. Or we could have him travel south with Warmond and sort of assist other armies. And I think that's probably a better choice, because we can use him to colonize any settlements that have been entirely destroyed, and we can also use the skeleton armies to wipe out small garrisons like a Zvorak. So that's likely what I'm going to do. This turn I am going to go pick up that treasure since it's very close. I'm not sure about taking on a battle with the army that we have, so we'll just take the 1500 dark magic. Yeah, and then we'll sort of zoom back towards Zvorak. I think I'm going to make Zvorak its target actually, because then Vlad can kind of ignore Zvorak and head towards the Karak Angazar, focus on taking the province of Akendorf and Matorka, whilst Isabella attacks from the other direction. Okay, just got to decide where we want to throw Bathilda now. And I think we're just going to come around here. I want to keep an eye on what the Wood Elves are doing around Miragliano and so on. There is a commandment available. It'd probably be best to do the Foster Terra, since this is only a level 3 main settlement, and Brion is like a brand new settlement, so we need the growth, we need the Vampiric Corruption. I think that's the best choice. But we now have 12,000 left. Just got to decide where I really want to spend that. If we go to sort by public order, it's probably the easiest way to identify which ones I can upgrade. Let's upgrade Grimhold first. We'll upgrade Frozen Landing, that's fine. And this is actually positive public order now, which is good. I'm probably just going to put a Balefire Brazier in the 3rd slot in Frozen Landing. And Western Land, I would put the Gibbet in there, but I'm going to, because I don't have the cash. Right, that'll do. We will end the turn. We actually get the improved weapon strength soon, which is nice. Azhag. Oh, Azhag's going to attack us. Oh, oh fuck. Oh, dearie me. This isn't good. This is really bad, actually. Because Isabella's in March stance. So we have the Vigor in Battle tired. Oh, this is really bad. Well, I guess we are fighting this on the battle map. Here we go. Just like absolute facepalm. What a nightmare. Oh, that's quite a nice map though. This might work after all. Okay, I was really worried for a second, but this might work. Might work. I'm gonna have to keep all of my units together. I don't think I can split them up. I don't have enough men. So we're gonna have to figure out how we want to do this. I mean, I'm tempted to like corner myself, either in one of the chokes, or like up on a hill. Yeah, there are some pretty big hills on this map. So I could maybe have my soldiers back to back here, and just like fight to the death, or we could maybe try and utilize this hill, which might be a better idea. If we just keep the left flank controlled by the Blood Knights, then we should just be able to like have a really nice hill advantage. Like so. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And then we just have like the Blood Knights on the left side to sort of charge any of the boy biggins that will be coming our way. Yeah, I think that's the best bet, rather than trying to fight down in this choke, because that way we get no height advantage. We'll have the Grave Guard up in front. Not sure how thin I want to make these formations, but that should do. We do have a couple of like Vargolfs, and we have the Mortis Engine that definitely needs to be in the front line because it can do a lot of damage to units that are grouped up. We've got all of our Vargeis. I could actually use them to attack their artillery. I think they have a couple pieces of artillery. The Cryptora's in there. I guess I could also send my vampires to go kill the artillery. But I kind of want to keep the one that has the magic. The reinforcements are coming in from the right. The main army will be centered, I assume. This is going to be difficult. Very difficult. And I'm hoping this like hill advantage will work in our favor.
Vlad von Carstein's march! The von Carstein's march!
Alright, let's start the deployment, start the battle. We'll see where the artillery is, and I think I'll send my vampire, which is good in melee, along with my Vargeis to go and destroy any enemy artillery like this Doom Diver catapult. I think that's pretty important. We'll fly all the way down here. I probably should have deployed them to the left, but that's okay. Yeah, we're just going to be chilling up on the hill. I might hide the Blood Knights in the trees. And they're all running off to one side. They're gonna like group up first, maybe? Where are they going? Ouch. I just fired at my Vargeis and took one of them out. Let's go for the Hammer of Gork, which has been left behind. Then maybe we can go for the Doom Diver catapult afterwards. There is some Night Goblin archers. That might hurt us a little bit. If we just annihilate these guys, that'd be good. Okay, they're broken. Let's go and kill the Doom Diver catapult. They haven't attacked us yet, so we're all good. Oh, those Doom Divers are going to do a lot of damage as we come in. But we've wiped them out. It's good. Okay, so that's those dead. Maybe we could take out those Night Goblin archers as well. If we can find them. Them from doing any damage. I could just use all the Vargeis to just wipe out ranged units that get left behind. But that is a lot of trolls. Look at this troll army. Like something you'd set up in a custom battle just for the lols. Blimey. Yeah, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to hit those Night Goblin archers. Not sure what that was, but it certainly dislodged my men. Oh, we could take out Azhag. Yeah, let's take out Azhag. Or just wipe him out in the air. That seems like a great idea. there any like debuffs we can use? I'm not sure there is. But yeah, if all of my Vargeists are attacking him in the sky, we can do loads of damage. Although saying that, maybe not if we're being hit by archers as well. That might require an invocation to make work.
Fine.
Okay, our front line's been engaged. Let's just go ahead and get our units in here. I'm going to make sure that my mortis engine gets involved. So far it's kind of working out how I wanted it to, so that's good. If they all start clumping up here, then we can get down like a really nice vortex or something. Let's have Isabella actually just go in and attack. We can use the minus melee attack on Azhag as well. Let's just kill him. Yep. We can take him out very easily.
Queen of Darkness.
I mean, even if he's just running, it's good for us because it kind of reduces leadership across the board. Very fast when he's running away. Let's just let my vampire go take him out. We'll keep the Vargeist near the front line. I do need to start invocating actually on my front line. That's pretty important. Let's make sure the Vargeist get overhead first. Yeah, we'll get the Vargeist overhead first. Then I will make sure to invocate. And we'll have the Vargolfs attack the spider. I might also have Isabella come down and attack the spider. On this left flank, let's engage the Orc Boar Boy Biggins.
Order of the Blood Dragon.
Good. So far, so good. A little bit worried about the Mortis Engine being hit by Archer Fire.
Noble of the night.
But there goes Azhag. I took him out. That's good.
As inevitable as death.
Okay, let's bring in another one to attack these Orc Boar Boy Biggins. Just don't want them flanking us. And they are kind of managing to, but we will charge them in the back. Right, so far so good. The reason I'm not engaging the Vargeist is because I want them to leave their archers behind, and then I'm going to use the Vargeist to attack the archers. I do need to make sure that we get another invocation down there, because some of these guys are really, really damaged. I might also send we'll send some Blood Knights straight into the middle, because I need to take out this Ragnarok Spider and the Giant sooner than later. There's just so many of them. It's a lot of dudes. I'm really waiting for them to clump up, and then we'll use like a big old vortex spell. But look at this shit. There's so many like Black Orcs, trolls, like loads of trolls, just loads. It's crazy. These guys should probably evac. These Blood Knights are in a pretty shitty position. Right, the Vargolfs and Isabella can now hit the Giant, and we'll have these Blood Knights attack the Giant as well. Climb up the hill again here. We're nearly in a position where we can do a Vortex spell. I guess I could do a Vortex spell already. If we do like an extended duration one, I'm a bit concerned that it will like wipe out my front line if it goes too far. If it goes up the hill, I'm screwed. But I'm gonna risk it. I think I need to risk it. Okay, I think it's going down the hill. Yeah, I'm not really sure where it's going, but it's doing some damage. Okay, that's not too bad. Let's get another invocation going. I think the left flank is actually relatively okay, so we can just keep pushing that. Charge down into the trolls and stuff here. We still have a fresh unit of Blood Knights that I can bring across, and I might do so, considering I think the rest of their forces are engaged. So that's all good. Now we can have the Vargas try and kill their ranged forces. Actually, maybe not. Maybe we just sort of charge them into the back of the melee forces. What's my mortis engine doing? I need to have that engaged at all times. And so far so good, really. We've done pretty damn well. And wipe out those trolls. These guys can actually come back as well. Good. Yeah, let's just charge into these trolls. I'll have these Blood Knights charge into those trolls. These ones can run those ones down. That's good. I really need to decide what I want to do here. I guess just getting into the back of this engagement is the best bet. We will make sure to do so now, before it is too late. Let's go for the Undeath Resurgent. I'll heal up the Vampire here. Have the Vampire maybe get involved.
To the living. Yes.
And with that, it's time for another invocation.
So be it.
For blood, keep.
End them.
Well, these downhill charges should be doing a ton of damage.
Mortis engine.
Alright, we're really starting to break this line. This is going really well.
Isabella
There's so
von
much damage
Carstein.
being done. I think it's mostly the mortis engine, if I'm not gonna lie. I think that's what's doing all the damage here.
Blood knight.
I think I should have the Blood Knights maybe come out of this engagement and charge back down again.
Yes.
I'm going to move the Mortis Engine away from the Giant. I think the Giant's doing quite a lot of damage to it. And get Isabella to go and engage the Giant. I should probably get these Vargas out of here as well, because they're being surrounded. Alright, smash him back down into this infantry engagement. Lovely. He just saw like the wave of orcs going flying then. Get a nice invocation down.
Yes.
Beautiful. I think a lot of them have used up their regeneration limits, but that's victory. Very nice. Yeah, it was definitely important that I kept the units close together. That was like super important.
Night has fallen. Voila. They shall bleed.
Not sure if I'm going to be able to catch many of these, if I'm honest. But we'll try. I want to just do as much damage as possible. Okay. The other thing I'll do is make sure all of my units are grouping up. I don't know why these guys didn't follow their orders. I was definitely giving the Blood Knights orders. I think they were maybe just getting distracted. Oh well. I guess we just bring them back to the group and heal them up. I'll get the Undeath Resurgent as well for the extra little boost. And we'll end the battle there. A Pyrrhic victory. I didn't actually think that was too bad. Yeah, 326 losses. I don't really call that a Pyrrhic victory. That was a pretty convincing victory. I'd say almost a heroic victory, because that was rough. Like, imagine if I had to fight that on open ground. Like, that would have just been over. Fortunately, we had the hill at our disposal, and I think the Mortis Engine did loads of damage. throughout that. Didn't actually secure the kills, but did a lot of damage. And also our vortex, it didn't really go where I wanted it to exactly, but it still sort of did a lot of damage. I wish you could give them like a rough direction to go in, because it's so random. Kind of went towards the ranged units in the end, which isn't terrible. But that's gonna not wipe out, but definitely damage both of those armies. And I will probably take the replenishment from that. Nice. And if we get the replenishment in the end of the turn, then we can probably continue our conquest anyway. So that was very successful. We got the Great Green Killer, plus 10% physical resistance, and 30% magic resistance for defeating Azhag. 2 traits gained from one battle. 2 nice traits as well.
Sit by my side.
We don't want a military alliance, thank you very much. Not sure how the greenskins look like Barris. Were they at war with the last defenders as well? I'm gonna guess that they were. A quick look at what Pestilens are doing. Lord Skrulk originally went south. Looks like he is continuing to do so. Went to Stone Mine Tower. Which is good. It means we don't have to take him on that soon. Lord Skrulk is so annoying. Especially for the vampires, I think. Mainly because the vampires don't have that strong infantry, and the spells that the Skaven have are really good at like decimating dense infantry, and like obviously vampires play in a very dense formation, so it's rough. Like they can do those like big green like explosion things, but they do like way more damage, like Azhag was doing. Alright. Well, there we go. Plus 15% weapon strength for Cairn Wraiths. And we have these buildings destroyed, so let's build the Vampire Crypts and the Awakened Battlefield. We also have the buildings at Castle Gox on to make. We'll go for the Awakened Battlefield and we'll go for the Balefire Brazier. This can be the Crumbling Wharf. Cool. And unfortunately, guys, it has been my time. So I am going to leave it here. In the next episode, we're going to take Warmond. We're going to run him over to Bilbali, and we're going to colonize that. Then we'll keep going around the coast here, take the entirety of Estalia. We'll probably even take Skavenblight as well. Then I guess we will start to think about conquering the Wood Elves, but that will be a little while down the line, I think. For now, that's all. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next episode. Goodbye.